Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Lynn, and we are
Lynn and Will.
Happy Friday, everybody, and happy weekend.
All right, so everybody, I hope you had a wonderful week, and this is a great start to a wonderful weekend. And the divisional football playoffs are on this weekend, so that'll be interesting.
I know who my team is.
Yeah. So, any rate, so tonight we have some great value information. So tonight, we're going to talk about why building your brand is building your business. And before we get to that, if you're coming to us live, give us a little love by dropping us the heart emoji. If you feel any love in your heart for us, go ahead and drop whatever emoji that might be in the comments box below. If you're coming to us on a replay, give us a hashtag replay and we'll give you a shout out later. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns during this Facebook Live, please drop them in the comments box below and we'll answer you. Or you can just simply send us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But again, tonight we're going to talk to you about why building your brand is actually building your business. So if you remember back in the day, we've been network marketers around building our business online for several years. We were taught the old blueprint, getting your list of 100, having your hotel meetings, your one-on-ones, your coffee shop meetings, prospecting everybody within 3 feet. And your upline or your business leaders, basically told you, say, hey, this is the way you do it. And all the time, you noted that all these top earners within your business were crushing it. They were just knocking it out of the ballpark, and they seemed to be using social media. Well, you can't really adopt this old blueprint method into social media. We're going to explain why. Because you have to brand yourself. You probably heard from your top earners within your own business telling you to build your business. Hey, build your business, not your brand. Well, that's not the way it really is. We're gonna shoot some holes in that. So it became the do as I say, not as I do kind of deal with that. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So your brand is your business. Think about that. So every action you take in your business results in either you become more likable or less likable. You have more credibility or you have less credibility. You either improve your reputation or you trash it. You either become more memorable or you become forgettable. So every person you talk to, you either leave them with a good impression or a bad impression, right? You can either feel them with an icky feeling or they feel creepy or weird. And guess what they leave with? They leave with, that is your brand. You branded yourself in that manner. You brand yourself as a creepy mall follower trying to prospect everybody within 3 feet, telling them about their business opportunity, their products, their services, without getting to know them. Who likes that? So everybody figured out, wow, there's what? 2 billion people on Facebook. What a great way to build your business. There's so many people on Instagram. There's umpteen thousand people on YouTube and blah, 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 and on and on and on. All those platforms are out there and are great for online businesses and network marketing. So they take those old school network marketing blueprints, they try to adapt them online. And guess what happened to them? It just totally destroys their brand because they go out there and they start spamming people. They start putting their links and everything. They're doing the before and after. What else do they do? All kinds of crazy stuff.
Copy and paste messages, or just I need 10 more people.
Right.
That I want to help this month.
Right. All that stuff.
In Facebook Messenger.
We did that sort of stuff.
I know.
And that guess what? What do you think those people left with? They left. Well, these guys are just chasers. That's all they did. They're just chasers. So you don't want to come across that way. So to build your brand, you have to become those things I talked about. You have to become more likable. You have to have credibility. You have to build your reputation, and you have to be memorable. So those are big key factors. So you can either build your brand negative, you can have a negative brand or a positive brand. So we want you and we want us to build a positive brand. So the results that you produce in your business also affect your credibility. So as you grow your online business and create more results, those results become a part of your brand since you are now associated with success. So definitely build your brand by doing the right thing, not the wrong thing.
Right. And your brand is not a bunch of pretty pictures or motivational quotes. Even if you're doing Facebook Lives, and Facebook Lives are great in building your brand, but if you're not doing them correctly, you're not building your brand.
Right. We've done them. I mean, I don't know how many Facebook Lives that we've done now, but there's some that are like, whoo, and you never know what they're going to look like.
You've got to be strategic with your message. You want to build your brand, not your company's brand.
That's important. You know,
That's very important. But here's the thing. You don't want to lead with your company's products or even your company on social media. Nobody should be able to figure out who your company is when you're on social media. People join people because of the relationships that you build. The know, like, and trust relationships. People want to buy from a person.
Right. And
that they feel is trustworthy. Your brand is based on what people feel you can do for them. It's not about your company or your product. If you are posting about your company or your product, you are diminishing yourself in the eyes of your followers. And you're allowing your company to play a much bigger role and diminishing your role. And ultimately, you're becoming a salesperson, an unimportant commodity, and making your company seem more important than you, your brand. You're more important.
exactly.
If you are perceived as a salesperson, you are repelling your prospects and not attracting them. And you don't want to repel your prospects.
Right. And using your company's name, just go a little further about that, but using your company's name and putting your products out there, guess what those people are going to do? You go, oh, that's interesting. They're going to sit down on their computer and they're going to get on the old thing called Google, and they're going to Google it, and guess what? They're going to go right around you. So you're going to become taken right out of the picture. You don't want to be circumvented. You want to build that likability and trust and a couple of those other characteristics. So you become the person, not your company.
And if you're employing those old school methods, it's nearly impossible to do that now in this day and age of social media, the internet, and automation. Having one-on-ones is just simply a waste of time. Or trying to have a meeting and you invite 25 or 30 people. Will 10 people show up? If you get 10 people, that's great. Will 5 people be interested? Or are they just there to
support you?
To support you? I mean, will you really have people who are interested? Right.
So if you build your business online, think of it this way. So you're doing it the old school way, and you're spending all that time getting those people off your list and getting them cattle card into your home to have that meeting, and you might have like refreshments or whatever. So you're spending money, your time, and all that sort of thing to get those 12 people out of 100 in there. Where if you're online, you can get 12, 15, 20 people every hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. And guess what? You still get them when you're asleep. So how cool is that?
You can literally reach millions of people.
Millions.
Scale your business to whatever heights you want it to achieve. You can build a brand that extends beyond your network marketing company. You can also create multiple streams of revenue if you choose. And you can recruit en masse by building your brand.
Exactly.
Right, and you can you can automate building your brand online. With this Facebook Live, we're going to attach a link
to our blog.
And within that blog is also another link to Attraction Marketing, to a free boot camp that will you can learn how to create your brand. You can learn these professional skill sets that are required. It's not going to be an overnight learn. It will take a bit of time, but it's so worthwhile to brand yourself. No matter what happens to your company, even if something happens to your company, you still have your brand.
Exactly.
And you can target the exact audience that you need to reach with whatever services or products you have to offer.
Because they like you.
Right.
So yeah, so that link is actually going to send you to our blog, and our blog has more in-depth information about branding yourself, a whole lot more than what we covered here in our Facebook Live. And then within that little blog, there'll be a link that's going to pop up that's going to send you to the 10-day free attraction marketing bootcamp, which is really cool. That's how
we started.
That's how we got started.
And the light bulb went totally off.
Bingo. It's some great, interesting stuff, and we really encourage you to take a look at it. I mean, what the heck? It's free, eh?
Right. So, with that being said, we hope that this gave you value and it makes you realize building your brand is necessary and important and required if you want to build a big business, if you want to build a sustainable business. And don't employ those social media tactics that make people feel icky and spammy, and you're not being authentic.
Right, that's a negative brand.
Right, that's
you want to be the positive brand.
Right, you want to build a positive brand that is long term.
Exactly.
Right.
So we hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and thank you for joining us. I see that there's several people that came on here. There's another cool thing about social media that we talked about the millions of stuff, but you know, we have friends and likes or people that follow us that are from Australia, from Ukraine, from England, from Ireland,
Canada.
So
right.
you know, they get on and off here all the time, and it's just great just to sit here and have a conversation with you, and hope that we gave you something of value.
Right. We certainly do. I think we did.
Yeah,
right. That's how we learned.
Brand yourself.
Right. So with that being said, until next time.
I'm Will.
And I'm Lynn.
And together we are.
Lynn and Will.
Everybody have a great evening.
See ya. Have
Peace
a
out.
wonderful weekend.